And I must commend the counties. It's been challenging, especially for the counties in the leeward part of the country that must also be given the hosting right. I would like to commend River G County. They hosted way there in the southeast.
Mm.
They are on their own doing some work on their field. And when I saw the pictures of the construction work, this is what I have been saying, Fafle. The county meet, for example, cannot just be about going to Fishtown, you host the tournament there and you turn your back and you leave the people in their condition, especially the field, in a deplorable condition.
Mm.
The work at the Fishtown field, in my mind, should be given a priority. And we, as the Ministry of Youth and Sports, will work with the River G County Administration to ensure that the work there is enhanced after the county meet. That's what we want the county meet to look like. When you host, you'll be given some opportunity to improve your facility. So we'd like to commend all of the counties that have participated in the tournament. We are at the quarterfinal stage. Quarterfinals because the last quarterfinal match will be played today.
Oh, okay.
Yes, between Nima and Grand Chile. You know, they played the 90 minutes the other day, but because of visibility problem, the referee, who is the umpire of the game, had to defer the remaining portion of the game. So it will be
Who
played
called
today.
for that? Was it the referee or the players themselves?
The referee.
Okay.
It's only the match official, only the referee. Look, that's why a lot of people may not understand. Not even the match commissioner has authority when the game is on. It's only the referee. So it's the referee that can determine that the rain that is falling, this game cannot continue. But I'd like to talk a little about the visibility thing.
Yeah.
So when we took over, we were handed a turnover note. And so in the turnover note, the transitional team at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, headed by Kimmy Weeks, had that problem of inheriting a football field that didn't have lights. So there would be no night games.
Was
at the
that shared
stadium.
with the counties? This situation?
I'm coming, we get there.
Okay.
I'm saying what we saw in the turnover note, and that's why CAF and FIFA are not even allowing the field to be used in the night. So we tried the lights just to see whether it was true when we took over, and yes.
Mm.
How much does it cost to replace the lights? A little over $500,000 US. 550 some odd thousand US to replace the light. So the effort that was made by the past, we try to see how we can ensure that we buttress that by ensuring that the national government will include that in the budget, and we are still pressing for that. So we initially, for me, quite frankly, I had suggested, can we just defer the county meet to December? But you're dealing with stakeholders. All of the counties are already prepared. Psychologically, it wasn't good. So it was a consensual agreement that the county meet be hosted. But we said, with the lighting condition, we have to adjust. So if you notice the fixture, it's unprecedented that we're playing football games 2 o'clock. So the games are 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, just because we knew We didn't want the games to run in the dark. But again, because of intervening reasons, sometimes the kickball games will end late, and all the kinds of things, and then you have to run into the next match. So we had that experience with the Nima and Grand Gillette match. And the match official didn't want to take any risk. And so the game will be played today at 4 o'clock, free of charge,
Oh,
at
okay.
the SKD complex to end the remaining time. And then we commence the semifinals on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there has been a lot going on with this whole electricity issue, the light at the SKD. How well the counties know that we had this light issue? Because it seems as if, when you follow the social media, people now are attributing the issue of the lighting system at the SKD to the current administration.
So that's why I needed to provide that information that it's not true. It's inherited, and the floodlights are just not good. It's included in the turnover note that we have, and that the past administration have made some effort to see if they could procure new lights, but it did not materialize. And so we have the responsibility to ensure as a government that that is taken care of. And the fact that the games are played 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, the Deputy Minister for Sports tells me that even before we took over, because he was there, that they had informed the teams, the counties, that we had a situation, and that's why the games would be adjusted to 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock. Normally, the games are played in the evening, 4 and 6, but it was readjusted. So it's not, look, we have 2 generators over there. Like someone said, oh, maybe they didn't have generators. No. LEC has been remarkable, but in the absence of LEC, we have 2 generators. I personally ensure that we service the 2 generators long before the county meet. One 1,000 kVA generator between 40 to 50 gallons an hour is there. That one brings everything on. You see that when the machine is on, the lights, in fact, LEC does not bring on the floodlight.
Mm.
Yes, they don't have the capacity to bring on the floodlights. So every time you see the lights even on, is because we have our 1,000 kVA generator on. And then we have a 125 kVA generator that is also functional. So it's not about anything that has to do with not having fuel or not having generator. It's just that the lights are just not good. The field doesn't have light, pure.
And how long will it take for us to have a functional lighting system on the field? I mean, and I was concerned if we had this problem, and you say okay 2 and 4, but you know very well, you know about football, you will go extra time. The likelihood is there for extra time, 30 minutes and 5 penalty and all that. It will have dragged into maybe 7 for the next game now, into 7 or 8.
Well, no.
Wasn't there that
No, the thing is, their assumption was that if the game ends by 5:45, you can do the 30 minutes, and the lights can come on, but it will not be to run the game. Then you can do the penalties. But again, I would say the calculation on that was risky. But there's no way you could do any adjustment in time because you had to play the kickball matches before you run into the football. And you cannot say you play 1 game per day. It would be very expensive for the teams. It would be very costly for. So the budget for this county meet had already been approved before we took over. The monies had been approved. In fact, checks were issued and everything. So we just had to.
It was late to do anything about light.
Quite frankly, Varflay, look, my first county meet will be the December edition. This one was rolled over. Everything approved. Tickets and all printed. And that's one thing I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets and everything were already printed. They hired, I am told, a company from that did the printing in China. But Varflay, let me tell you, the level of criminality and dishonesty in this country is becoming alarming. Varflay, on the day of the match, day one,
Okay.
2 pickups were arrested with,
You mean the Bonga River Gym match?
yes, with huge quantities of the identical tickets being sold, with nearly $1 million arrested in those pickups. Almost 15 people are currently under detention at the Central, and they have to explain what happened, including the person that the previous administration contracted the printing of the ticket to. I am told that he, in fact, has confirmed that one of his
You don't want to call
his
it name?
managers. Well, I don't know the name of the guy. I said these things were done before I got there. One of the managers was involved. That's what I am told, based on preliminary investigation. But we following up with the police this morning. Yesterday morning, before we could even release tickets, because normally we release the tickets by 10 o'clock. Varflay, it's such that when you release the tickets even 5 hours to game, the possibility of duplication is there in this country now. So by 6:37, a kid around 16, 17 years old had a bunch of tickets identical to the tickets that she was selling. So we had to again reconvene to change the tickets. So
was that an excess from the printing from China? Was that access to that the ministry didn't know about? But how well did you know about the whole ticket issue?
So the ticket thing, I know that when I took over, the officials there at the ministry confirmed to me through documents that they had expended around 25,000 or so to print tickets, and the tickets were secured and available. And so that was confirmed in all of our senior management meetings. And then the auditors brought the documents to show that they had procured the tickets, and they were only awaiting the commencement of the game. So all of these were done prior to our takeover. Because the tournament should have started, and on the eve of the tournament, it was postponed because of the inauguration and everything. So all of these procurements were done. But I'm saying to you, what we witnessed, the criminality, and it has to be internal in my mind. I think the same printers, people from within, again place orders to bring in tickets. So it's been very tough and difficult. People don't know.
Okay.
We have had to go through a lot of reconfiguration to ensure the sanctity of the tournament is protected.
At least now it opened your eyes to future editions. But let's stick to the light. I was asking particularly about when do we see the lights issue remedied?
The moment the government can place that in the national budget, which we are working with the legislature and the executive to ensure, because we provided the budget defense for support to sports, we will start the process. Another possibility could be to continue to engage the Chinese government. So in my meeting with the ambassador of China a few weeks ago, when he paid me a visit, we stressed that we needed the assistance as a government to again consider the field, consider the stadium. That is their project. And he sounded very positive, and we need serious follow-up, even at the highest level. So I've also informed even the vice president about this. He has assured me that follow-ups will be done. So if that comes, then bingo.
The games itself, are there protests? Are people protesting or fighting protests for points of or results to be overturned and all that? Are we seeing things that happening, or is going smoothly?
Well, I wouldn't know, but I know there are independent protest committees set up
Mm.
to investigate these matters outside of the ministry. The technical aspects are handled especially by the Liberia Football Association. And we have protest committee that is set up, independent people, independent Liberians. So if they have had complaints of protest, I'm sure they have adjudicated them, and that's why the tournament is moving on smoothly.
Okay. So you want to remind us about teams that have qualified already to the semi-final? I know of Lofa,
Yes,
River G,
yes,
Grand Bassa.
yes.
So we're waiting
For
for.
Nimba and Grangela today,
Okay.
the winner will qualify for the semi-final.
So how's the pairing like for semi-final?
So it's going to be like Nimba may likely meet, the winner from the Nimba Grangela. It could either be Grangela or Nimba
Yeah.
that could meet Lofa
Okay.
and Bassa and River G.
Okay.
That's what the fixture that I am looking at. That's the reading so far.
I know it's still early. You know, the tournament hasn't ended. You haven't gone back to reflect and look at where you went wrong, where you went right, where to. But are there takeaways at this time?
So many takeaways. And I would not divulge all of them now. But the leakages are just so plenty. I don't know. For some reason, Liberians, maybe they feel the county meet is a national thing and it must just be a free thing. I mean, every Liberian pulls over there to ask for free ticket. Varflay. Government officials, they are even worse, asking for free ticket. In my mind, how do you
But
expect?
the irony, people who can afford are buying tickets.
That is my point. And how do you even expect the teams to defray the administrative costs? Because part of this money goes back to the teams, the counties that have qualified. But they come and throng in, and I would say no. I said no, you have to buy a ticket. And I even got host yesterday. I said you have to
So
buy
they're
a ticket.
asking you, the minister.
They try it, but it's not going to work with me. Trust me. They will have to buy the tickets. So that business as usual thing, no. The other thing is, look, there may be negatives that we talk about and we're trying to remedy, but the positive, when I stand out up in the yard and look across the street and see the economic activity that is going on, Varflay, I feel happy. Liberians are benefiting in terms of the economic activities. I see mothers, I see women selling. So this thing has become like a national carnival, a national extravaganza, where Liberians come and they benefit through selling their goods and what have you. All we need to do is to structure it in a better way. But I think the economic dividends very, really, really, really good. Yeah,
your assessment of the security performance so far?
Well, the security has been marvelous because we have the Liberian National Police and the AFL, and then we have independent security experts that are members of the security committee.
Okay.
And they have been all of the arrests I'm talking about, of the people who were selling the fake tickets and all of the criminalities that I talked about were uncovered and arrested by the security committee and the security forces. So I'd like to commend the AFL, the Liberian National Police, and in fact the entire joint security and the security committee headed by Anthony Kamara. They have been very marvelous, and I must say thumbs up to them.
Now, the overall essence for which the country is staged, national reconciliation, unity, is it achieving the goal? Because I saw a video posted by the pro team. A lot of people are not paying attention to what's in that video. I was not so much concerned about the music or the Grand Bassa music or the dancing, but I was struck to see Councillor Charlie Bromskin and the pro tem who have had long history of political differences, especially 2023, they all dancing together. They are sisters.
This thing brings everybody together. Trust me. I saw that yesterday. In fact, I was seated there.
Mm.
It's beyond political thing. It's a national event and it brings people together. It's been like that throughout. We just need to harness on it. So yes, in terms of reconciliation, yes, it is a big forum for national reconciliation. And that's why the Ministry of Internal Affairs is a part of the steering committee, because it is through them that we can even achieve this, even at all levels, especially in the counties. But beyond that, the technical aspect, the coaches are there scouting players.
Mm.
I saw the national team coach and other international scouts here looking at the game and scouting players. So don't be surprised when you see that after the tournament, a good number of our players maybe could be selected to go out on trials.
Okay.
So from the county meet straight to professional, it's been happening. I mean, players left the county meet straight to the national team. Like Anthony Tukba, Simeon Mata, Robert Clark, all these people years back, from the county meet straight to the national team. Bailey Marshall and all these people. And so, yes, it's a real national event. How do we ensure that this goes just also beyond sports? I was with the cultural people the other day, the cultural ambassador of Balawala, the ambassador of Julie Andy, and others visited me. How can we also introduce the national cultural meet, perhaps even at the county meets, so that the counties can showcase their cultural talents? Can we afford them the opportunity? I told them, let's work on it for perhaps the next edition. Since this one is already choking us, and the president has made this one part of his 100-day deliverable. So let's work together to see how that happens. So it can be a whole national affair, not just sports.
Yeah, so Minister, let's see if we can take few calls. You're listening to the Super Morning Show. This morning, Youth and Sports Minister Ko Bangalu is here. Let's just take few calls. But somebody wants to know if it's possible for the gate intake can be able to procure lights, just now waiting for the passage of the national budget.
$500,000.
But have you done an assessment of how much one light costs, for example?
No, it's not just one light. I mean, it's a whole set of lights. So it's not just one light, but the entire thing from what we're looking at.
Do you know the cost?
Look, we have another group. We're trying to get 3-4 different expert groups to do validation of what we saw. But what I'm looking at is around $500,000 to $550,000. Though it's still going to be validated, but that's not small money. County income can never.
So you will wait for the budget.
It has to be a government initiative.
In essence, that's what you say.
It can never be.
Let's take I think 3 or 4 calls at 0770581886, 0770581886, or it is 0514096096, 0770581886. Yeah. So right after the Youth and Sports Minister, Senator Basonga Finde will be here. But let's take few calls. 0770581886. Let's hear from this person. Good morning. Oh, call us back on 080514096096. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear from this person, rather. Morning. Morning. Go ahead. What's the name?
My name is Steve Kennedy. I'm from the AB Tower Room. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly. 30 seconds.
Yeah, probably. Let me first appreciate you as Sport Minister. I've been knowing for a long time, organized senior men. But I want you to deliberate the next round of this national event should stretch up in the different counties, those semi-finals, then we can have home away. Take for example, you play Nima in Nima and come and play the second phase in Pong.
Okay.
So
Like the
that
Champions League.
our people, our people can have more access because it's a own thing. You have to own it. So that if only the funnel can be played on the national stadium, we highly appreciate it. Thank you, Minister, for your hard work. Like BUL and the nation will pay you one day of needs. Thank you for your good work.
Thank you so much. Let's hear from this person. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you quickly. 30 seconds.
Yes, this is Dr. Molu Kosori, acting president of the Lofa County University.
Yeah, let's hear you, sir.
I would like to congratulate the minister in studio and like to suggest that the ticket issue can be laid to rest if we use the cell phone companies in Liberia to have e-ticket. That will curtail all the corruption, the reprinting, and if anyone who wants to go to the football field to watch the game, you buy a ticket online.
Okay.
That way we avoid the corruption. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you go there, you just scan it, and enter. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Lawrence, go ahead. You the last.
First of all, let me appreciate the people in City Hall way. What's what you say? But like guys, Bible will say, don't look at where you fall, but where you store your food. But we under why we were in the house. We believe that he's legible and he qualified. But my question on those tickets they printed in China, that's the same ticket you're using. Thank you so much, Bible.
Thank you. So, Minister, you can respond to, I think, basically two concerns. Yeah.
So the concern about e-tickets is something that is really being looked at, and we'll do everything possible to do the best for the next edition. Decentralizing the county meet, very brilliant suggestion, and we'll also look at that, especially finance. But the facility is what we're talking about too, of Varflay. So
it's all part of the county meet.
yeah,
So showcase
that's
what
why.
we have.
So maybe we introduce bidding, and the county that will win the bid, we have a challenge. We got to provide the hotels and you got to provide the infrastructure, the field, and we got to help you meet up to that standard too. So it's a very brilliant suggestion. We're not using those tickets. Like I said, we did serious change of the whole ticket thing. So if you got the fake ticket in your hand, like yesterday, they arrested a lot of people, you will be arrested. Today, again, Nima versus Grand Juliet, to end the time that was remaining, is free of charge, 4 o'clock at the SKD complex.
Okay, Minister. Well, he's Youth and Sports Minister Gerald Bangalu. He's been here just to chip in and give some vital information, especially with this LAT issue. Next up is Senator Besonga Finlay. This is the Super Morning Show.